All right, something else we can do to put some finishing touches on the video is use transitions. Like effects, there's a lot of different transitions in Premiere, and not all of them should be used. I'm looking at you, Page Peel. The rule I like to follow is that if it's in a movie I like to watch, then it's probably okay to use in the movies I make, to a point. Let's take a look at how to add transitions, edit them, and even remove them if I don't like it. Before you add transitions, you want to make sure that you are in the right workspace. So again, go up to this icon in the top right-hand corner, click it, and make sure that you are in the Effects workspace. Up here in the top right-hand corner, you can see this Video Transitions folder. So if you click this drop-down arrow, you can see the different categories of transitions you can use. Now, again, I've said it before, just because it's here doesn't necessarily mean that you should use it. Some of them look kind of dumb, like a page peel. So stick to things like dissolves maybe, which is like fade to black, or even wipes, kind of like you're seeing in Star Wars movies and stuff. So if I want to add a transition to the end of my clip, let's just say I want this to fade to black right here. I'm going to use this dip to black transition, and I'm just going to click and drag it to the end of the clip, and it applies it. So by default, this is a 1 second transition. If I want to make it longer, I can just hover over the end of it here and click and drag and make it longer. If I want to make it shorter, just drag it to be a little bit shorter. If I click on it, then it brings up this editor here where I can actually change how the transition behaves. And so experiment with that and just see what these things do. If I want to add a transition to the beginning of the clip, I would just follow these same steps to add a transition at the very beginning of the video, like a fade in, like this. And I can just shorten it up like that. Now, if I want to add a transition in between clips, then all I have to do is click on the transition and drag it down in between two clips, and it will add it in between the two clips. So it goes like this. So every once in a while, you'll try to add a transition in between two clips, and it'll bring up a warning. So let me add this cross dissolve in between these two clips. And it says this: insufficient media, this transition will contain repeated frames. So here's what's happening. When you add a transition, it wants to add half the length of the transition to each clip. Since the default length for a transition is 1 second, it's trying to add half a second to each clip. If you are at the very beginning or end of a clip, you can't add any more to it because that's all you recorded. That's why it's saying there's insufficient media. If you click OK, it will apply the transition, but do some weird and funky stuff. I'm going to go ahead and click OK just so I can show you what this is doing. So as I scrub over, you can see kind of the next clip start to fade in, but it's not moving. It's like it's in a freeze frame. And then as I start the clip, then it starts moving, but the clip that preceded it, the one that's fading out, is now stuck in a freeze frame. If that's the look you're going for, great. If it's not the look you're going for, then you'll actually have to shorten the clips to be able to add the transition or shorten the transition. Now, to delete a transition, I'm just going to select it, hit delete on the keyboard, and it's gone as if it was never applied. Okay, that's how you add a transition, change the settings of the transition, and delete it. The next step is to create titles and add those to your video.